This is a HeadGum podcast.
Thanks for tuning in to this special edition of the Black Girl Nerds podcast. It's a BGM podcast extra about Valentine's Day. Happy Blerd's Valentine's Day, that is. So this is a really fun show made specially just for all of you out there that are celebrating Valentine's Day, or if you hate Valentine's Day and you're just like, this is the worst holiday ever, it's a Hallmark holiday, it's manufactured, it's fake, guess what? This podcast is for you as well. So in this episode features Caron, Tora, Kayla, and KB. They talk about their relationships, they talk about being single, what they have plans for the holiday, and it's just an overall fun episode of all of these girls chatting it up on our holiday special. I couldn't sit in on this one, but guess what? It was a lot of fun to listen to. I enjoyed listening to it, and I'm certain you will too. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this BGM Podcast Extra, our Blerd Valentine's special. Enjoy.
Hello. Welcome to this Valentine's Blerd edition of the Black Girl Nerds podcast. I am Caron, your co-host for this journey. Today we have KB, Kayla, and Tora. Say hello, ladies.
Hello. Please give me that. Please give me that quiet storm ring voice.
I'ma do it.
Give me the quiet storm.
Did I do it, y'all? Did I do
yes.
it?
Yes.
I did it. Hello, I'm Tora. I can't.
I love it.
I'm gonna just keep my voice up here. I'm sexy.
Okay, so
yeah, that's where I'm gonna go.
While I'm over here being too sexy for myself, this is our Valentine's Day episode. So, what's up, guys? How you guys feeling on this season of love?
Wow. Wait a minute. Should we start off and say who's actually single and who's not?
I'm single as hell. I'm so single. I'm single.
Okay.
That was Caron, by the way. You can find me on Twitter at Caronis.
Take this opportunity to make it happen.
The spring roster is now open.
Taking applications daily.
Oh, wow.
Kayla?
I'm in a relationship. 5 years.
Oh,
yeah. For longevity.
Tora knows my love.
Yeah, they cute.
They are real cute, right?
I saw them. I was like, you got some space over here.
I swirl. I tend to swirl, because I'm the product of a swirl, so I swirl too. So,
we're all
love
about equal opportunity and intersectionalism here. So,
real life. I'm all about the opportunities. Don't care what the package. As long as he's handsome.
True that.
He has to have all his natural teeth. I'm sorry.
All his natural teeth, though?
All of them.
Don't discriminate.
Oh, gosh. Don't discriminate on the natural teeth.
Okay, if they've been permanently replaced and I can't tell, then that's different.
Okay.
True.
Yeah.
True.
He could have been in a fight. He could have been a boxer in his previous life. You never know.
Ooh.
As long as he can't take him out, I'm good.
True. I don't know, man. What if we take him out and he gum on that?
This is the mature edition of the Black Girl Nerds podcast.
I'm Tora Shea, and I'm inappropriate for Valentine's Day.
Just for Valentine's Day?
I'm inappropriate for every day.
Pretty much.
So, no, seriously, do you guys have plans for Valentine's Day this year?
I'm celebrating Valentine's Day. I'm taken, you guys.
I can't wait for this wedding.
I hear hearts breaking everywhere.
I'm engaged. We're gonna have a super creepy
I can't wait.
Adam's family wedding and Halloween.
I'm so thrilled. I can't wait.
I want to come. Gonna come?
Yeah, girl, you can come. Yeah. All of Black Girl Nerds is invited. We're gonna have a super nerdy wedding.
We love, don't we?
We do.
But yeah, we're celebrating Valentine's Day tomorrow because we're adults who can't celebrate on Tuesday.
That's real.
realest thing. That's same over here. We're more than likely gonna be weird and go see Lego Batman together as our date and go to breakfast because we're old and we've been together for 5 years. So, I mean, but it took a long. I mean, but that's the thing with, especially when you're dating someone as nerdy as you, they could give two fucks about what kind of movie you guys go see as long as it's not 50 Shades, and I'm not gonna do that to him.
50 Shades of Beige.
Exactly.
Well, listen, makeup counters, they'll try to tell you it's 50 Shades of Beige, so.
Well, usually for Valentine's Day, you guys know I have 2 adult daughters. We usually watch slasher films all day and just like pig out. And, cause I have one daughter who has never not been in a relationship in her entire freaking life. Like ever. She has serial relationships and they're long term. Contrast that with me, the pimp. I believe relationships are real. I know that they exist, but my concept, my idea of a relationship has to do with reality, and a lot of people's don't. So it usually doesn't match up too well. But you know, I'm still here. It's in the middle of the week, so it takes some of the pressure off, though.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. That's what I was just about to say, because I know a lot of people celebrating this weekend. And myself, I am actually single. And every Valentine's Day, obviously, is different. So I don't have a tradition where I do anything, whether it be with, like, girlfriends or, you know, my boyfriend. But this year, I think I might go see a movie. Maybe John Wick 2. Now, I know.
Girl. Keanu got thick, girl. He looked good.
Did he? Because he's super handsome.
He got,
like,
girl,
I've
he
always
got,
trusted him.
Keanu grew up,
Keanu
okay?
for everything. Give me old man, long hair, gray hair, Keanu over everything.
Keanu he grew up nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
So I might go see that.
Really?
There's a very special reunion in that film.
Okay, good. I can't wait. I actually loved the first one, so I think that's why
Then you'll love this one.
Okay.
You'll love this one.
I usually do like a Galentine's Day brunch on Valentine's Day.
Same.
Where, yeah,
Cute.
where I get all my, my sisters, my friends together, give out presents and brunch, and like, then do Valentine's Day dinner like later that evening. But I suck this year, so I forgot to plan it.
Well,
maybe just real life. Maybe real life kicked in.
It really does, because more Valentine's Day for us, we normally don't really do it because we do stuff year round, and I much rather him save money and give me something great next month on my birthday. So that's just my thinking with it. I'd rather save my refund money and get my car tuned up. I mean, I'm just being realistic, but I'm so bad about over-treating my mom and my sisters on Valentine's Day, because even if they aren't in relationships, or even if they are, I just feel like I want to make them feel special, because it's not really just a day for people in relationship. I think it's just a day to celebrate love all together.
No, it's a day for people in relationships, girl.
I don't know. So I don't know. I spoil my mom and my sisters.
Yeah, when I was younger, my mom would take me and my sisters out, you know, and like, just do something with the ones that you love. But generally speaking, I mean, either it's people in relationships or it's girlfriends. Like, you know, dudes aren't going to be like, it's Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, they're not going to do anything.
Right, right.
Well, since my kids are grown, you know, we have a completely different relationship. But my father will still call all of us in succession at midnight and say, will you be my Valentine? And it's like, you're so cheesy. And then my mother will call.
That's so sweet,
and then my kids will still make me cards. It's like, you're like 28. It's like...
They love you.
They do. They really, and we are so weird, and we love each other so much. But Valentine's Day is sticky because myself and my middle daughter are not in relationships, and my oldest daughter is always in a daggone relationship. I mean, she is like never. Okay. My aunt used to ask how it was possible that I would literally fall in love every week, and it would be real. It's real and it's true, and I love them all powerfully and equally, right? And I would drop them that powerfully and equally too. So my daughter, in contrast, just has these long stretches of loving people, which I have not experienced. I am divorced, and we're not going to really talk about that too much, because I gave him back to his mother. So there you go.
And now he has a Valentine.
Well, hey, you know what? Good for both of them. It's been almost 10 years now since I've been divorced. I am just starting to get back into the dating pool, and I've met a couple of decent guys, but literally, the game has changed. And the last guy I went on a date with stole something. So yeah, we're not doing that anymore.
But Caron, tell him what he stole.
Right. Tell them what.
Don't leave that out. That's the best.
Because that's the important part.
Okay,
right.
So we gonna tell.
We talking about Slim Shady.
We're gonna Slim girl. He far from Slim. Okay, so this dude, we're talking for a couple of weeks, and we finally decide to meet. We have dinner, and this was right around the New Year. So we have dinner, and that went really well. So decided to take in the movie a day or two later, and go to the movies, and I took care of the tickets, he took care of the concessions, and then decided to give himself a 5-finger discount on some candy. And ate it all. So not only do we have the character issue of you being a thief, but in addition to you being a thief, you're stingy. And you had plain M&Ms, not even peanut M&Ms, so it's more to share. So let's say he had nothing melting in his mouth or his hands.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
The fact that he didn't share. That's my favorite part of this.
He did not.
See, but that's so rude. Like, I mean,
Very.
I talked about this. Women, we tend to do this thing. And if you work for AMC or Regal, plug your ears. But we take in shit because we have big bags. And we're not going to pay that much money for your shit.
That's what I heard anyway. I will not confirm or deny.
I mean, I'm not going to confirm.
I'm going to confirm
add crystals inside
that I go to the dollar store beforehand.
I'm not going to confirm.
Absolutely confirm. Absolutely.
And we could have taken stuff in, but I actually enjoy taking men out from time to time. I enjoy being the one to fit the bill. I like slamming down my credit card and, cause I got it. I'm that girl, but not all the time. But when I do, you expect at least for them to be a gentleman. And if and then here's the other thing. If you're going to steal something, go for the bonbons. Why would you go for the M&M, the plain M&Ms of all things? You didn't even steal anything of real value. So I wasn't even that mad. But the truth is, it was not a good day at all, because that just, I'd driven a long way to get to that movie. I was not going to leave. And at the same time, I have not really talked to him since. But a movie does not make for a great date unless there's an event before or an event after where you get a chance to really talk to each other. There has to be some kind of connection. And he was just cold. It was like, dude, did you just need a ride out here or something? Did you just want to come out to this area? Cause there was like nothing at all. There was no heat, no sizzle, no interest, it would just turn me off.
Movies are not a good first date. Like, ever. I've had so many bad first dates because they want to take me to the movies. They're trying to get in your pants, A, because they're like, oh, well, maybe she'll let me. No, sir. But you can't talk. How do you get to know somebody sitting there watching a movie? It's different. That's, if you've been in a relationship.
I've judged someone based on how they reacted to a movie.
But that's if you're both interested in the movie too.
And you
have to be interested in each other and the movie. You can't just be interested in the movie.
That was an odd place to laugh at. This isn't going to go anywhere.
You're like, you know what? No, I think that you might.
But like, did he not cry? Nope, this is going nowhere. Nope.
But to be honest, the only thing, I love a good movie, but because I actually like, if you want to go on a first date and take me to a movie, take me to one I don't want to see. Because if I actually want to see it and you're going to talk to me, I'm going to be annoyed. If you're going to try to do this thing where you attempt to get to know me in the middle of a movie by having a conversation, I'm done.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Right, right. So I'm like, if I really want to see it and you really want to talk, then I'll let you choose something I don't want to see.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
Where is the worst place you've been taken on a first date?
Wow.
The worst place? His house, where I found out he had kids and a wife.
What?
Oh my word.
Well.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah. Okay.
It would. I would think so.
I think that you won.
I thought he was my boyfriend, but then I guess I was a sugar baby. College was hard, okay?
Oh.
Where's the worst place I went on a date? Gosh.
Hospital cafeteria.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Was he at work?
Were you already at the hospital?
Was he at work? Did you guys
work there? He worked there and told me, he came and picked me up and then told me we were going out to dinner, and it was hospital. It was a hospital cafeteria.
No.
Did he pay for the food with his money, or was it
a discount because he worked there?
It was a discount because he worked there. Shout out to Emory Hospital in Atlanta.
Oh, no, not Emory.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I've been there several times. Used to volunteer
there.
there.
The cafeteria isn't that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not Northside, so I had problems.
That's true.
Like,
That's true. It is not
Northside. You better take me to Northside Hospital.
That is true. But also, though, don't take me to your job for our first date.
Yep, pretty much. Put that out there.
Unless you have a really awesome job.
If you take me to your job on the first date, you better have arranged a flash mob.
You better be a restaurant owner and have shut the restaurant down.
Or you better be the director of a major film and give me something. I mean,
I don't know where the worst place. I can tell you about my worst dates, but they were all in really nice places.
Oh, I've been confronted at a restaurant by an angry girlfriend. Oh yeah.
People do that?
I didn't know that this and luckily this was, 5 years ago when I was in college and still doing things I wasn't supposed to be doing. And I was dating multiple people at the same time, but I was very open and upfront about it. But this person was in a full-fledged relationship for 3 years. And I was like, what? No. So she comes. I literally just sit there. And all I can think is, if she makes a quick move, Kayla, remember you're Latin and you're really good with knives. So just be, be ready.
She got the edge weapons.
Just be ready. And luckily, she was more so upset with him than she was with me. Because, I'm in shock. I didn't know. But I'm sitting here he's been in this relationship for 3 years. And you sat there and thought it might be a good idea to go out on a date, and this girl apparently thought that they were going to get married, have kids. I for whatever reason, before this relationship, I had a really hard time dating because I was just, I talk too much. This is why I love talking to you guys, because I talk too much, but I'm super nerdy, and when I mention something and they might have an inkling about it, then I get really talkative, and then I start saying, oh, you know about this, and I come on a little strong. So for a long time I had to learn how to pull back, but I just had a really hard time dating. So
dating sucks. I hate dating, and for whatever reason, women who are involved with or who have been involved with the men that I've gone out with, they like to call me for some reason. They love to call me, and then we end up having a deep philosophical conversation about their man and their role in letting me know I had the upper hand if I was really after him by calling me. And then we'd have a come to Jesus moment. They end up crying.
Well,
two of them are still friends of mine.
Dating men is hard.
It is.
Dating women is.
Oh, do tell.
Difficult. No, Tora, be
dating
honest.
Women is. I was getting to it.
Too late to you home.
Dating women is an experience that
really
I don't know how to put it into words. Okay, so
so it's that much of a challenge.
No, it's not.
We are emotional creatures, and when we get into
have you ever solved a Rubik's Cube?
Yeah.
And you know that moment at the end where you're like, this is amazing. I'm the smartest person ever. That moment when you make your girlfriend happy, you feel like the best person ever. Dating women is moments of pure joy mixed in with complete confusion all the time.
No, okay, so I get it. So
that's kind of what men say.
No, I feel like dating cis men is very different in that you're dating like someone who's in an oppressive position to you. So you're constantly, I feel like, having to explain yourself in ways that you don't with women. So it's not confusing in that way. It's confusing in that you're both like, crap, Kayla, get in there.
Take the end of the sentence.
Like, somebody help me. I don't.
Okay. So like where she was going with the Rubik's Cube thing. You know how you solve one side and then you turn it on to the other side and you're fucked? That's dating women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you just sit there and you're like, I just did all that work for this, and you just get mad at yourself.
Really?
Sometimes.
It's just women are emotional creatures.
I reject that stereotype about women. I mean,
well, you don't have any emotions, Caron. So
I do when I choose to.
Whatever.
You tell us all the time that you don't emote.
Yes.
So
I think that like to a degree I should be offended that you feel like we're all Rubik's Cubes, but I'm not, because I think I understand.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
No, I don't think that all women are Rubik's Cubes.
We're complex.
I think that we're allowed to, from a very early age, we're allowed our emotions. We're allowed to explore and express our emotions from a very early age. And we're taught that that's okay. Whereas masculinity is taught that repression and hiding of their emotions is what's ideal. So in dating men, you're more likely to have someone who either doesn't emote well at all and you're dealing with anger, or
try being in an interrelational relationship like that.
Yeah. Or you're pulling emotions out of someone and explaining to them why masculinity it doesn't mean that you can't express emotions. Whereas with women who already know these are my feelings and you're going to allow me to express them, and you're both like constantly explaining to each other, this is this, like it becomes like this.
Okay. So I'll say that I tend to be on the opposite side of the spectrum in the sense that I always date guys who overshare.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. They are very comfortable telling me everything and how it makes them feel. And I'm on the opposite side where I only share as much as my mind feels the need to. Like sometimes I don't need to talk through every emotion. Sometimes I could sit in the dark by myself and figure it out on my own. But sometimes, like I'll be open and honest, obviously at all times, but I don't need to go through everything. Like sometimes I can get over it myself before I even need to discuss it because it's really not that big of an issue. And like maybe I'm just having a moment. But I tend to date men who are very comfortable sharing their feelings. Yeah, always.
I'm actually a sapiosexual. I am really turned on by super duper like intelligent men, like ridiculously nerdy, brainiac, like seriously, like just the nerdier the better. I love those kinds of surprises and those kinds of conversations that never end. And believe it or not, although I don't emote publicly, I am actually very easygoing and I'm very soft when I'm in a relationship. I'm naturally just a super feminine woman. And I talk a lot of shit because I can back it up, but I come from Baltimore. I mean, that's just what it is. That's a part of me too. But I really am, you would be hard pressed to find someone who loves men more than I do. And you would be hard pressed to find someone who loves love more than I do. I am in love with love itself. Like my kids are nuts. They're so warm and fuzzy and I feel like I've done them a disservice to the world, but then maybe they'll be good for the world because they're so warm and fuzzy. But I love on my children. I love on the people who mean something to me. I'm very touchy-feely. I love touch. It's my love language. I love to give. I'm a giver. I love, and I'm super creative too. And I think that's part of the issue that I have dating, aside from the fact that I'm not going to be anybody else's mother, is that I want creativity. I want the thought to count. Because if you do something for me, and just because it's Tuesday, make it good. Mm-hmm. And good doesn't mean expensive. It just means put some thought into it and surprise me. Think about what would make me smile, what would make me happy. And I don't get that a lot. I think in this day and age, there are a whole lot of men like my ex-husband who were looking for someone to finance the remainder of their lives. I'm not doing that shit again. It was a very expensive marriage. And it's taken me 10 years to even want to really get back out there and, explore again. And I've been really disappointed. And then I'll meet somebody like in business, right? Like, cause girl, my mortgage broker. Whew. He start talking them numbers. Lord have mercy.
Caron.
But he's really nice though. He's really nice. And he knows that I play a lot. I'm like super playful, but I always tell him, look, if I ever overstep, let me know because I need boundaries. But
so is he gonna be your Valentine or what?
Girl, no, I don't even know where I don't know where his head is because I haven't pulled the trigger on
so
that.
So did you ask
no.
if he gonna be your Valentine or what?
No, I know he's divorced. That's all I know. If I come across, and I had this conversation with a friend of mine the other day who's a very, very dear friend of me, a new friend of mine. She's had a relationship that's been long-term and they're on the break trying to figure out where they are. And I said, you know what? You only get one life. You get one life. And if this is the one who inspires you, if this is the one who makes you come alive, if this is the one who you feel like breathes life, more life into the great life you already have, then you need to hold on to that because it's rare. It's rare. But I love being loved. Like when I think I'm being loved, because it's not always reciprocated.
Yep. Say that when you think.
When I think I'm being loved, when I believe I'm being loved, and when I know I'm being loved, everything in my life is different. Not because I need somebody else to do that, but I love people. And I love to be touched. I love to be in the company, snuggled up, joking, laughing, falling asleep, whatever. Regular stuff. I love regular stuff. And yes, the ring size does matter. It does matter. Size matters. Remember that. In all things, size does matter.
That's,
What?
I know I got off track, but yeah.
Right. Ron.
I do.
Sometimes there are women out there with shallow vaginas, so...
There are. You're absolutely right. I'm not.
We don't all have dick-centric sex, so
Girl, I don't have dick-centric sex. I don't have sex. What's your point?
No, I'm saying like there. Size may not matter.
If all you have is dick-centric sex, then we have a problem.
I'm just saying, for some people, size may not matter. They may be out here having the times of their lives.
But even if you have a shallow vagina, the size is gonna matter because if it's not gonna go, it's not gonna go.
I don't know. My boyfriend can do this thing like Spider-Man. I'm gonna keep it.
Did you guys spend an inordinate amount of time trying to figure out what the Lynn spin was, or was that just me? Never mind. You guys didn't watch Girlfriends? Never mind.
Oh, yes. Yes. I tried it once. I tried to figure it out, and I tried it, and I don't know if that was it or not because I don't know.
I probably wrote the book on that one.
So, what's the nerdiest Valentine's Day present you've ever given or received?
Oh my gosh.
Last question.
Oh my goodness.
I still like those cards you give away in kindergarten that pop up.
Yeah.
The little paper cards. I left a trail of those one day to a gift that was like a small gift, but it was like, it was for him, but it was for me. It was a negligee and lots of chocolate covered strawberries and a bottle of champagne, but he had to follow the trail of the little tiny cards that said be mine, and like the candy led to one gift and the little cards led to another. I wrote a guy a book once for Valentine's Day.
Nerdy. He surprised me and took me to Chattanooga to go hiking because we're nerds and we like outdoors and we go hiking a lot. So we went to Cloudland Canyon. But it all went wrong when I told him when we got to the bottom of the canyon, it looked like it was going to rain. And so we got to the bottom of the damn canyon and we tried to walk back up and it just let loose. I had to walk, I think it's 2,000 steps back up.
Ooh. Ooh.
It was
Was
a good
it
week.
hard rain or was it the soft, sexy rain?
It was soft, sexy rain because we had sex outside.
Nice.
But then what's the problem? It sounds like.
So I mean, we have, and that's one thing though. Like we're like when people meet us, like we volunteer at Dragon Con and we go to comic book stores as dates and stuff. Like our monthly date is to go walk around Target for 2 hours, but we have sex in like the most opportune places if we can. Just because, I mean, it's 5 years in. If we can't do that, then I mean, I'm not gonna let it ever get boring.
I really miss good sex. I do.
You want me to tell you about some?
Yes, please let me live vicariously through you.
There was a girl named Tora, and she was listening to Trina, and she was like,
Oh my god!
taking notes.
Oh.
Listen, if you can't learn some tips listening to Trina, then where could you go?
She's got a point. I've heard that sentiment quite a bit, actually.
Okay, Trina is the reason that I thought I was supposed to be doing crazy stuff while I was sex. Like, I thought I was supposed to be able to turn around and keep it still inside. Like,
you can.
But I'm saying I thought that's those were the levels that I was supposed to be able to do, like, off jump. Like,
oh.
I mean, I don't know. Until this relationship, I had never had an orgasm, and I told him that, and then, like, we had sex, like, 3 days later, and he was like, I'm going to show you something. Don't wear it out. And he did this thing, and I've had one ever since. I don't think I've ever had to fake one, so.
Oh, girl, I faked it for years.
Yeah,
I faked it for a long time.
For a long, like, way before him, I faked it. I faked my way through it. Because it was like, I could always get there, but then, like, then the dude would get you a guy that worries about if you finish first. And my boyfriend will always, to this day, ask me, he wants me to before he does. And I love that. That is something that is key. Somebody that cares that you get pleasure as well as him before he gets his. I had never had that before because dudes that I was messing with before, they were very self-centric when it came to sex. So,
and if you have barriers to reaching that level, a good friend of mine, Dr. Andrea Pennington, wrote a book called The Orgasm Prescription for Women.
I love this piece right here.
It is also so amazing. And it's not just it's about the mind-body connection between women having orgasms. It's about taking responsibility for your pleasure. Yeah. Because we live in a society where we are told that we don't have a right to it. Mm-hmm. And I'm a woman who is very sensual, very sexual. I love all the good things, all the good, sticky, sweet things. And
she said sticky sweet. Oh my God.
It's true. I love all the good, sticky, sweet things. But as I get older, and I think I'm a little older than you guys, but as I get older, it has a different meaning for me. It holds a different place in my life. So I'm also a woman who is not emotionally attached to sex. I have to be emotionally attached to the person. I'm not emotionally attached to a dick. Well, maybe one. But
there was one. There was one.
I was looking for him in daylight with a flashlight. I was like, "They'll come back, come back."
Whenever
I've been emotionally attached to a pair of titties before.
Really?
Yeah.
See, no, I try to get out of those because females are needy. The ones that I messed with were needy. So I had to, I was like, please don't get attached to me because I have big boobs. So I was like, please don't ever get comfortable.
Big titty community, say hey.
I know that if, like, my current relationship, I can't do cis men. Like I've seen what's out there. I can't. Like, if this bad, relationship, girl. I'm not doing it. Like, no, ain't nobody training up a child in the way you should go.
Okay.
Oh my God.
No, thank you. Not for me. Thanks.
I will say this: it's very hard, but when you do have someone who considers you, and I think that's really what it comes down to. You have to have someone who considers you, and sex doesn't start in the bedroom or the car. It doesn't start there. It starts in the mind. And it doesn't always take a long road to get there. Just put some thought and put your back into it. I mean, come on. We don't, if there's no creative energy, I don't want it. And if I thought there was creative energy and it turns out there's not creative energy, if I don't like you, you'll never hear from me again.
That's the type of relationship I have now. We respect each other. There's no like gendered roles, any of that. We're just friends who have sex and we're like building something. But that took
That
like
sounds fantastic.
That's awesome.
it is
Where can
amazing.
I find one?
Girl, I built a bay like that, and I'm not.
You built a
doing it
bay?
again? Yes, I mean, like, you know what I mean. And basically, we grew into adulthood together. You know what I mean. And I'm not doing that shit again. Like, I'm not. I don't.
Girl, it's a lot of work.
So
I
it
know
takes
that.
too much to do that, and
The most work, not a lot. It's literally
Not
the most work.
explaining my humanity to someone else again. Like, I'm not. No.
I'm not making
I'm
an
not going
apology
to have
for
to
who I am
teach-
anymore to anybody
Yeah.
else.
I don't
That's-
know. Like, I feel like I'm too old and ornery to have to like start
She
at the
said
beginning of like womanism 101 and be like, well, this here is why we deserve this. Like, I don't know if I have that in me again. So I just,
Sometimes I get really down when I think about starting over with someone else, getting to know them all over again. But ultimately, I have a beautiful family, and I just don't want to share me. I want to share our life because we got a good one. You know what I'm saying? I want to share that with somebody and be a part of theirs as well. But girl, something happened to the gene pool somewhere along the way.
I can relate to you though, Caron, in the sense that like it is emotionally exhausting thinking about finding someone new,
It
learning
is.
about them, moving forward. Like at this point, I'm almost like, listen, if I don't marry one of my best friends that I already have, one of my current best guy friends, then I might have to.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is something that I did recently, right? One of my best guy friends for many years, over 20 years. We had a conversation because for the first time in our lives, we realized that we were both single. And we were having one of those deep philosophical, intimate conversations like we always do. So I said, you know what? Whenever you're ready, let's hit it. Let's get it. Let's do this. Cause it's been 20 years and we've been both respecting each other's situations and we know how we feel about each other. Why not go for it? I didn't hear from that niglet again.
not niglet.
Niglet.
I can't.
Niglet. I have not spoken to him since. And you know what? I wasn't mad. I was like, you know what? Now I know what I need to know. I got it off my chest. I can move on. I ain't sitting around pining for nobody. Have you seen me? Have you seen my car? We ain't sitting around pining for nobody. No, but
You shouldn't have to. But I mean, at least he didn't waste your time, though.
He didn't.
Yeah.
But I did feel like I deserved a response. I deserved more of a response than wow.
Yeah.
You know.
After 20 years, yes, I agree.
But at the same time, sometimes people are friends with you for certain reasons, and that's fine too. But ultimately, I'm in a really good place in my life, and I just want to share it with someone who would appreciate it and not take advantage of it. And that's hard to find. Finding a man who wants to be friends, who wants to travel, who wants to explore and get to know new places, experience different things. I really want to find that, and I'm hopeful.
Well, you and me both. I'm hopeful as well. I don't know when, but eventually it'll happen. Until then, live your best life. Be the best you. Enjoy all the things that you currently have.
Also, don't be afraid to experiment with cosplay during sex.
Hello. Bring it right back to center, girl. And please read. A great book. The 5 Love Languages is a great book. Woman's Prescription to Orgasm is a great book. Caronism.com is a great website. You can find me at Caronism on Twitter and all social media.
Also, check out The Savage Life. She talks about Raquel Savage is an amazing sexologist. She definitely talks about sex and women opening up, and I think this has been an amazing episode. I really hope you guys enjoy your Valentine's days, your Galentine's days, however you celebrate, even if it's just you binge watching and pampering yourself. Just, celebrate love however you want to.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And Black Guy Nerds, step up. Son.
Yes.
Step up.
And always, though, remember your first love is you, so take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. That's right. Self-love, self-care, all that stuff. Get all the warm, sticky, gooey, lovey things.
All right. Very descriptive. I'm done. I'm weak.
Hey, it is what it is.
The Black Girl Nerds podcast is produced by Jamie Broadnax. Various episodes are edited by Jamie Broadnax, M.R. Daniel, and John Bauer. The opening theme song to our show is written and performed by Samus. Various instrumentals are performed by Samus, Sky Blue, and Shubzilla. You can find episodes of the Black Girl Nerds podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play Music, Stitcher, Spreaker, and Spotify.
That was a HeadGum podcast.